Oh, what a rainy, disagreeable Sunday. So much for Sunday, right? Supposed to get 35 millimeters of this stupid rain today. And it's what, 37 degrees? Yeah, 37 degrees, and that's in Fahrenheit. And, if you thought this was bad, it's melting all the snow, which is unfortunate, because this is winter, of course, but, what's even better is that come tomorrow, all this crap is going to be frozen all over again, because the high for tomorrow is 12 degrees, and once again, that's in Fahrenheit. And so it'll all be frozen in time for me to have to go to work in it. Welcome to winter of 2016, folks, but that's not what this video is about. Figured you'd like to see that in glorious 60 frames per second, but no. The video instead is about this Toshiba Tecra 8000. I actually recorded a video about this last August. I don't know when I'm going to be able to upload that to YouTube, but it's probably going to get uploaded somewhere else after I'm done editing it. However, not much has changed since that video, but anyways, you're probably wondering what it's doing here. Well, it's actually found a permanent home, and I'll discuss that in a minute. From my last other videos, there hasn't been much that's changed. It's still got the optical drive. I still have the 10 megabit Zircom Ethernet adapter in there, although it's not actually hooked up to anything. And other than that, it's still sporting, I think it's got 128, but it might have 256 megabytes of memory. It's got the 10 gigabyte IBM TravelStar hard drive that's seen better days. And actually, if we close it here, which I might not be able to get it back open again, you can see I've got some audio cables hooked up to it. Well, gee, I wonder why. Well, this is one of the many laptops that I own that has a real line input. Not one of those stupid combination ports that they tout as being compatible with a line input, or compatible with line level signals, when in reality it actually is not at all. And the other bonus is that it actually is stereo, unlike a lot of computers that may claim to be stereo, but in fact they're actually not stereo at all. So this is actually really a nice piece, and I'm actually using it to convert the line level output from this Dell, which I've actually got running Prime 95 so I can keep the heat in this room up, convert that to a microphone level signal that can go all the way over there into the bomb pack. And again, no comments on the mess of the room, please. It needs to be dusted. I actually do need to dust it today, or at some point anyways. The speakers are still good, but obviously they're not going to be used in its current configuration. I thought somebody was going by in a massive motorcycle at this time of year. I was like, what? Wow. Anyways, I have seen it though. I have seen people on motorcycles recently, and that's actually kind of sad. For those that don't remember, it's also got a Pentium 2 366 processor, and it is running Linux, actually anti-X Linux, which is based on Debian, and it's also got Windows NT 4. I had to think there for a second. I think it's got Service Pack 6 installed. I need to install the last Service Pack, which I believe is SP7. But I'm not positive on that one. So let's fire it up. I've actually had to rebuild the bootloader on this thing several times because it seems to have a knack for corrupting it for some reason. So we'll see if it actually works. 256 megabytes of memory. Thought it had only 128 in it. Well, I guess now I know where my other 256 megabyte memory module went. I love how the screen sort of goes down like that when it's loading things. I don't know why it does that, but it does, and it's kind of cool. Let me enter my password. I actually need both hands to do a Control-Alt-Delete anyways, so let's do that. Okay, you can see the configuration has not changed. Everything is still the same. I was experimenting with the installation of Audacity, but unfortunately, it doesn't seem like that is going to work too well because the sound card is set up in a very interesting way. It's not set up like a traditional sound card where it's got line input, line output, line in and microphone and whatever. It's just got one device, and it seems to just pick whatever it feels like, and I haven't been able to get it to work anyways. Really, some people asked why this was here, and I just wanted to discuss why it was here. It's here as part of the studio setup. It takes the line level signal coming off of this and converts it to microphone level for the bomb pack, so that it's not distorting bomb pack like crazy, because that stupid thing over there, although it claims to have an output compatible with line level signals, it is actually, in fact, totally false, and that's not true at all. So, there you go. Again, I'm going to boot it into Linux, and I might as well show you Linux. I'm going to have to hook up the Ethernet cable, though, so let me do that. Alright, let's see if we can get some focus on that. It's really inconvenient, you know, it being in this position, but I don't really have to touch it, so it doesn't really matter. I need to configure it such that it boots automatically into Windows as opposed to Linux. So I'm probably going to do that while I'm at it. And of course, that's probably going to corrupt the bootloader for like the 18th time, and I'm going to have to reload it again, which is really stupid, but whatever. We'll see. Watch the boot up process here, which isn't really all too interesting. Oh, it got the Ethernet. So that's good. Hopefully this doesn't turn into one of those massively long videos. The last one was supposed to be short and turned into a disaster, so. Because I do remember parts of it. I remember that video being a total disaster, mainly because of the computer itself, but we'll see. As it slowly comes up here, it's not fast, but it could certainly be slower. Time is actually correct. It's actually kind of hot in here. I'm going to turn the Prime 95 off. Well, that didn't work too well. We'll hear the fan slow down. Let's see, you can hear that really noisy hard drive. Well, this is taking quite a bit of time to load. Of course, at least I think it's doing something. It hasn't locked up yet, like it usually does. But actually, I've noticed something. It hasn't locked up yet while it's been up here, so I don't know if it just knows that this is its last chance, or if it's just, you know, being cooperative, because I'm actually finding it something to do. That's an awesome noise. Yep, there are a few updates. Alright, so sorry I didn't show what it is doing, but had to go about it a different way. I'm pretty sure that this is not the way that you were supposed to go about it, but I'm going to try it anyways. I edited the menu file simply by using the VI editor. And let's see if I can type it out. So we'll take a look here. You can see all I did was I just changed the order of the two files. The rest of this I left unchanged. So we are going to get out of here. And we're going to reboot and see if it totally trashed the file. And I'm going to have to figure something else out in terms of changing the grub bootloader order if that didn't work. Which it probably didn't, because that's just kind of hilarity that happens around here. Ah yes, it worked just fine. Nice. Sweet. How easy was that? So, there you go. That's how you do it on anti-X Linux, because the instructions that are given online for working with the grub bootloader don't work. They're wrong. Which I guess shouldn't be a total surprise. It is Linux after all, but this works as long as you're careful, obviously. You're working directly with a bootloader. You gotta have care when you're working with this, because you can trash a whole bunch of stuff pretty quickly. So let's see. I wonder what all these versions are. All these things are here, but anyways, there you go. Figured it out. And I think that's going to conclude the video, because there's not much else that I need to talk about. So, thank you for watching. If you have any comments, feel free to leave them down below. And this is CP666 signing off. I hope to see you next time. Till then, actually I wanted to do something very quick, because I wanted to experiment with something. I'm probably not going to be able to do it, because working with this thing like this is kind of difficult. But this should work. Ooh.